Hello everyone and welcome to GenZBots. In this video, I'll show you how easy it is to build an automation using the Demonstrate feature in GenZBots Agentic Studio. Instead of manually designing a workflow step by step, simply perform the task once and GenZBots automatically captures your actions and converts them into an executable agent. Let's get started. This is the GenZBots Agent Studio. Here, you can create intelligent automation agents using multiple approaches, including visual workflow design, demonstration, and AI-assisted automation. For this demo, we'll use the fastest approach, Demonstrate. This is our input Excel file. It contains customer information that we'll use to populate a web form automatically. In this example, we have 10 records with 7 columns. The objective is simple. For each row in Excel, we'll open the web form, populate the required fields, submit the form, and continue until every record has been processed. I'll click Demonstrate to begin recording. Before recording starts, GenZBots reminds us to use test or sample data, which is always recommended while creating automations. I'll acknowledge the message and start the demonstration. Next, I'll choose the monitor that I want to record. Since I'm using a single monitor for this demo, I'll select it and begin recording. Now I'll demonstrate the process. Instead of recording every click, I'll simply explain the task to GenZBots in plain English. I'll specify the input Excel file, describe the target web form, and tell the AI what needs to be done. In this case, the Excel file contains 10 rows and 7 columns. For each row, the agent should open the web form, click Start, populate the fields with the corresponding values, submit the form, and continue until all records have been processed. With just these instructions, GenZBots understands the task and generates the automation for us. The demonstration is now complete. GenZBots has automatically generated the workflow based on the actions I performed. Now I'll configure the input Excel file. Since the workbook contains only a single worksheet, there's no need to specify a sheet name. Let's test and validate the configuration. Everything looks good. Before running the automation, we need to map the Excel columns to the corresponding web form fields. GenZBots has already identified the available Excel columns and the fields on the web page. You can map these fields manually whenever needed. We can use AI fill to identifying and mapping fields automatically, making the configuration even faster. Once the mapping is complete, I'll save the configuration. Now it's time to execute the automation. I'll start the agent. The browser opens automatically, reads each row from the Excel file, fills in the web form, submits it, and continues with the remaining records. Everything runs automatically without any manual intervention. The automation has completed successfully. As you can see, every field has been populated correctly. The execution summary shows a 100% success rate, meaning all records were processed successfully without errors. And that's how easy it is to create an automation using the Demonstrate feature in GenZBots Studio. Simply demonstrate the task once, review the generated workflow, configure the required inputs, and you're ready to automate repetitive work. Thank you for watching.